Yo, what's up, everybody? Let me just get right into it because I don't want this to be an extremely long video. I'm big on respect, and I don't like people to touch my stuff, especially not my food. If it's not yours, don't touch it. I thought that was common courtesy, but let the people in this household tell it. It's a different situation. I live in a house with people before, a house full of people before, and it's about moderacy, taking stuff in portions. Like, you can eat bowls of cereal or whatever. You can use people condiments, butter, little things like that. But if I went to the Cheesecake Factory, would you really eat my slice of cheese, my slice of cheesecake? Like, I don't care if we best friends. Like, would you really do something like that? Like, it's certain rules, unwritten rules that you should know. So for those of you who don't know, I'm in ATL, and I'm living with my friend until I get up on my feet. And, you know, this is a house full of, you might as well call this the Bad Boys Club because people in this house be acting crazy. So, I've had things go missing, and people just completely taking my stuff. I had a whole loaf of bread, somebody devoured it. A pack of Butterfinger, somebody devoured it. A juice, somebody devoured it. 2 Powerades, you know how big Powerades. And people acting crazy like they don't know who took it, who touched it. Nobody's admitted to nothing. And like I said before, it's about moderacy. Like, you drink something, blah, blah, blah. If it's not yours, I'm like, even if, they like, because they didn't know it was yours and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, even if they thought it was yours, why would you go through the whole thing? Like, you understand? Like, why would you ever think that's okay? Like, condiments, certain things, you know, like, okay, ain't nobody gonna be tripping off of that. And I'm big on respecting people's space. I'm big on respecting people's stuff. If it's not, I've been through the situation before. And I don't understand for life of me, like, why people don't understand it. It's food. It's no different from going to somebody's room and taking their money. Because that person gotta be inconvenienced. They gotta go spend more money because you ate their stuff up. It ain't like you took a little, you took a lot, you took the whole thing. So my friend, he's a little bit soft. I'm a little bit more aggressive than he is. He don't really talk a lot, so it was making me mad when I was talking to him. He was on his phone, and he's like getting frustrated with me because I'm like, you know, like, this is my stuff. Like, I have, like, right now, I don't have nothing in there for me to eat. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody done ate all my stuff. So that means I got to spend more money out of my pocket to go get the same thing I already had before. Why should I spend it ain't about replacing it. Oh, I replaced it. No, that's not your business. That's not your place. It shouldn't have been touched in the first place, especially when this issue has already been addressed. You know what I'm saying? And people come approach me and say, oh, I thought you was cool, blah, blah. What me being cool already got to do with touching my stuff? It's not yours. I'm not making it seem like anything. You know what I'm saying? I try not to be the aggressive, but when people come to a certain level where they feel like they can try you and disrespect you, that's why I got to be careful. And this is just how I am, period. I be careful who I let in my circle, because when people get too comfortable, they feel like they can talk to you, handle you any kind of way, and it ends up not being a good situation, especially when you have to live in a house full of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants to come home and feel like you don't know what's going to pop off, because it's like the Bad Boys Club in here, apparently, according to the things that's happening recently. And I'm a peaceful person. If it's not yours, somebody accidentally do, why not say sorry? Not be like, oh yeah, I took your juice, now what? You know, like, just the wrong attitude. And the conversation I had with my friend last night, I'm like, I wasn't making a big deal, but it became a bigger issue when I'm talking to you and I feel like you're not paying me attention. If the situation had been handled, why then my stuff's still going missing? I said, and I feel like you don't care, because if it was your stuff, and that's just the way people are. And to this them, they'll never understand where you're coming from. And I gave him that same example. I'm like, it's like people stealing your money. It's no different. Somebody's eating your stuff up, and they're not eating it in modesty. They're eating the whole thing. They're devouring it as though they went to the store themselves and bought it out of their paycheck. It's not yours. And the thing about it is, I'm like, okay, they say they got a refrigerator downstairs, so ain't nobody eating it up here. Ain't nobody should be touching stuff up here. Well, obviously, that can't be true, because that just, once you feel like somebody doing something on purpose, if y'all got a refrigerator downstairs, y'all don't take nothing up here. Am I retarded? Like, is that not making sense? Like, do you hear what you're saying? So, if ain't nobody should be touching stuff up here, and I'm home most of the time, and other people not even here, I don't see people taking it. Once you kind of feel like somebody being vindictive, especially when the situation has been addressed all throughout the household, frustrating. You understand what I'm saying? And the issue I had with my friend was, I've never been in a situation before where I had to really address him in a situation where, like, we never had beef. Excuse me. But he felt some type of way, and he started ignoring me, acting indifferent, all these changes, because I said, I feel like you're not being a good friend. I'm like, what's important to me should be important to you. You understand what I'm saying? What would have took you to put down your phone and talk to me, let me know what's going on? I said, how you going to talk to the other roommate and let him know what's going on from A to Z, but when I talk to you, like, you just, like, it's handled? What? I'm like, you know me. I'm like, what's the purpose? I said, did I do anything wrong to you? He's like, no. I said, so how is it that you're mistreating somebody that's an innocent party? Please explain that to me. I'm like, I feel like nobody's ever told you in your whole entire life how to say sorry and, thank you. Like, you're wrong. The way you handle the situation, I can't even go into detail because it would take me like 20 years to tell this whole story. You know what I'm saying? But the whole objective, the reason why I'm relaying this situation is because I want people to understand, and I made similar videos to this before, but this is a newer situation, is stop giving people titles that they don't deserve. Point blank, period. I don't care if it's boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife, which should have been handled anyway. But when you pour out your heart to somebody and you're letting them know at that time, hey, this is important to me. Can you put your phone down? Can you give me 5 minutes? Can you let me express how I feel? And they're showing you that they don't care. There's no coming back later and saying, I'm sorry, because ain't nobody really going to want to hear it, because it's not sincere, it's not genuine until you acting different. And I'm the type of person, I'm not going to act like it's cool. I'm not going to be in no environment where I feel uncomfortable, like I got to, and of course I'm trying to record. I don't want to walk around the house feeling like I'm on eggshells where I can't be myself and I don't know where something's going to pop off. Like, I don't want to go through all those changes. I want to handle the situation like adults, respect everybody's space and, everybody's food and everything. If I can respect people's stuff and I'm the newer party in the house, why can't everybody respect my stuff? It's simple. Now that somebody new in the house, assume that it's not your friends. Assume that it's mine. Ask before you touch it. And if you do touch it, or whatever situation may be, not at this point, but before, why wouldn't you drink it or eat it in moderacy? Not devour the whole thing like you bought it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just amazing to me how something so simple can just get out of hand, where there can be misunderstanding. And then he was telling me, oh, I just felt, he said I wasn't a good friend, so I'm going to show you. I'm like, that's extremely childish. Like, you're treating me like I'm a stranger. Like, you just got to know me the day before yesterday. Like, that's not cool. You can talk to me the same way you talk to anybody else in the house. You feel me? I'm saying, this is my stuff. There's nothing here for me to do. And, like, he was doing little slick stuff. Like, last night, he threw away my chicken. He threw away my cake. He said, well, it's been there for a week. And one thing I hate for the life of me, is one of my biggest pet peeves, when people know exactly what they're doing and they act like they have no idea what you're talking about. So, all before, you wasn't too much in the kitchen, but now you just happen to be throwing away food and say, oh, I'm like, even if you wanted to throw it away, why wouldn't you come to me knowing I'm in the room, knowing I'm in the house, and say, do you still want this? Why would you just be throwing away people's cake? I've been on baked the cake. Why would you do that? You can't tell me you didn't do that on purpose. And all this conversation, I'm still talking to him. Ain't no sorry. I ain't mean to. Yeah. The conversation with people, I'm like, I'm just over it. And I don't care how much I love them. In my mind, I always make a mental note. I'm like, we cool. You know what I'm saying? But in the back of my mind, I'm like, yep. And I said this on my Instagram post, and I'm going to be done. Things better not ever get crucial between me and you, or God going to have to really keep my mind. Because them games that you playing, that I'm not sorry, I'm not going to say thank you, I ain't trying to make it right. I need you to be a friend like I am to you. If this friendship don't mean anything to you, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I can coexist without being up under you or anything like that. But I don't want to live under that situation, because that's not the situation I came into. When a situation like that changes and arises, it makes everybody uncomfortable. But the sad thing is, some people care more than others, and some don't care at all, which is cool. So just keep it 100. If you don't care about the friendship, relationship, whatever, move on. Say goodbye. But anyway, I love you guys. Make sure you follow me on Snapchat, All the Way Driven, Periscope, All the Way Driven. Yeah, all that. I got so much on my mind. My mind is like in a million places right now. But thank you for listening to me rant, whatever. Anyway, I love you guys. Be blessed. Stay all the way up. And make sure to download my new album, Saying Goodbye. Peace.